Learn English with English Thing Lab.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Today we're going to talk about something a little unusual, but very popular.
Learning English while you sleep.
Maybe you've seen videos like this. Learn English in your sleep. Just listen at night and wake up fluent. It sounds amazing, right? No effort, no stress, no speaking, just sleep. And your English gets better.
And honestly, a lot of people want this to be true because learning a language takes time, it takes effort, practice, and consistency. So the idea of learning while doing nothing is very attractive.
But let's slow down for a second. Think about this. When you are sleeping, you are not listening carefully. You are not repeating. You are not thinking in English. So can you really learn like that?
The short answer is not really, at least not in the way people think. You cannot learn new words or build sentences while you are asleep.
Because real learning needs attention. You need to hear something, understand it, and use it. And none of that happens during sleep.
But this is important. That doesn't mean sleep has no role. Actually, sleep is a big part of learning, just in a different way.
So instead of asking, can I learn English while sleeping? A better question is, what does my brain do when I sleep after learning English?
And that's exactly what we're going to explore next, because your brain is not inactive at night. It's actually working.
In the next part, we'll show you what's really happening inside your brain.
And why sleep can still help your English. Stay with us. Welcome back. So, if you're not really learning new English while you sleep, what is your brain doing?
It's working, just in a different way. When you sleep, your brain is not empty. It's organizing information. Everything you did during the day, your brain is processing it.
Think about it like this. During the day, you collect information, words, sounds, sentences, and at night your brain organizes them.
Yes, like cleaning your room. You don't buy new things, you just put everything in the right place.
So if you studied English before sleeping, your brain continues working on it, but only with what you already learned.
That's why sometimes something feels easier the next day. You hear a sentence and think, oh, I know this. Or you remember a word faster.
Not because you learned it in your sleep, but because your brain made it stronger.
There is a simple idea here. Learning has two parts. First, you study, then your brain processes.
And sleep is the second part. Without sleep, learning is weaker. With good sleep, learning becomes stronger.
So, if you practice English and then sleep well, your brain keeps that information longer.
But if you don't practice at all, there is nothing to process.
Exactly. That's why just playing English audio at night is not enough.
You need to give your brain something first. Then sleep helps.
So now the idea is clearer. Sleep doesn't teach you new English.
But it helps you remember what you already learned.
In the next part, we'll talk about something people do a lot, playing English while sleeping.
Does it help or not? Stay with us. Welcome back. So now let's talk about something very common, playing English while you sleep.
A lot of people do this. They turn on a podcast or a video and let it play all night. They think, my brain will learn while I sleep.
And it sounds logical, right? Your ears can still hear, so maybe your brain is learning.
But in reality, it's not that simple. When you are in deep sleep, your brain is not focused on language.
You're not paying attention, you're not understanding meaning, and you're definitely not repeating.
So you're not really learning new words. You're not improving your speaking.
But there is a small benefit.
Yes, your brain can get used to the sound of English, the rhythm, the melody, the flow of the language.
So, in a very passive way, it can help your listening a little.
But it's a very small effect, and it cannot replace real practice.
Think of it like background music. It's there, but you're not really focusing on it
So if you expect big results, you will be disappointed.
because real progress needs attention. You need to listen actively and use the language,
So let's be clear, listening during sleep is not useless.
but it's not powerful either.
It's just a small support, not a real method.
In the next part, we'll show you what actually works.
A simple way to use sleep to improve your English.
Something you can start tonight. Stay with us. Welcome back. So now we know sleep doesn't teach you English by itself, but you can still use it in a smart way.
Yes. And the idea is very simple. Don't try to learn during sleep. Prepare your brain before sleep.
Think about the last 10 minutes of your day. Before you sleep, your mind is more calm, more focused.
And what you do in that moment stays longer in your memory.
So instead of scrolling your phone, use that time for English.
But keep it light, not heavy study, not long grammar lessons,
Just something simple, a short story, a few sentences, or a small shadowing practice.
even 5 to 10 minutes is enough.
And here's the important part. Stay relaxed.
Don't try to memorize everything. Don't put pressure on yourself.
Just listen. Maybe repeat a little. And let it be easy.
Because now your brain has fresh input. Something recent, something clear.
And when you go to sleep, your brain starts working on it.
It connects the words, it strengthens the memory, and makes it easier for the next day.
That's the real power of sleep. Not learning new things,
But making what you learned stronger.
so instead of asking, "Can I learn English in my sleep?"
Ask this: how can I use my time before sleep?
That's where the real difference happens.
In the next part, we'll wrap everything together.
And show you how to use this as a simple daily habit. Welcome back. So now everything is clear,
You can't really learn English while you are sleeping
but sleep is still important.
because it helps your brain Remember what you learned.
So the key is simple: learn a little, then sleep well.
Not the other way around.
Don't try to skip the process. Don't look for shortcuts.
Real progress comes from practice. Listening, speaking, repeating.
And then, sleep helps you keep it.
So if you want better results, start using your evenings in a smarter way.
Just a few minutes of English before you sleep.
And let your brain do the rest.
Now, one more thing.
In the next video, we're going to do something special.
A calm English podcast designed for sleep.
Slow, simple, relaxing English
Something you can listen to at night.
to help your brain relax and support your learning.
So don't miss it.
See you in the next episode.
Take care.